Hello everyone, welcome to our Homeseller first session of VFM. So today our topics will be regarding about housing affordability. I've been attending to Patrick TikTok live for quite a while already, and there's been multiple times whereby I can see a lot of people are feeling some negative feedback regarding about why Patrick is saying that housing affordability is dirt cheap. Okay, so today
it's not negative lah. They felt very puzzled. How come I say it is dirt cheap? Because in today's context, outside you are hearing all the noises that housing is very unaffordable. All right, so I deliberately use the word dirt cheap, all right, to try to send a message across. And today it's a very impromptu podcast that I assemble Jose and James together, to come and discuss and give you guys all the facts, okay, the true facts, whether housing is it affordable or not affordable for our future generation and current generation. All right. So anyway, you did not introduce what is our VFM.
Okay, so VFM basically stands for what is in it for me lah. Okay, so I feel that this is a very relevant topic. I mean, the relevant slogan to use, because it is always all about us, okay, all about us. So we wanted to create more of such relevant topics so that we can share more information with you guys, and then from this, right, we can all grow and learn more financial literacy stuff together.
Alright, so let's jump straight into the topic. If not, it's going to be a very boring podcast. So is it affordable? Okay, we go to the lowest income bracket, alright, for first time family. Okay, what is the lowest income bracket? From my understanding, I think McDonald's is having a salary of at least 1,900 onwards, alright, in Singapore. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. So we go on the lowest bracket, 1,500 and below, those really underprivileged and they need our assistance. Is our current policy helping them? Alright, based on the February BTO new launches. Okay, Jose, the two-bedder, how much?
So yesterday I was checking, sorry, I cannot remember all the numbers, so need to do some checking on the phone. So I was looking through the February 2025 BTO launch, right, for the Charu, which is located in Yishun, right? Yeah, for a 3-room flat, 3-room flat.
Two room, we go for
okay. So if let's say we're going for 2-room, 2-room is at 108,000. Starting from 108,000.
And that is before grant, Okay, 3-room how much?
So for 3-room, the is starting from 245,000.
All right, so let's go into this two-bedder. All right, for first-time family, if your income is below 1,500, do you know that you can actually get this unit for almost free? Because why? There is a CPF enhanced housing grant for first-timer family. They are entitled to receive 120K if their income is below 1,500. So why do I say almost free? By right, it's free, right? Because the purchase price is 108,000 starting from. Because under HDB ruling, 95% of your you can only utilize 95% of your this grant. 5% must be in cash or CPF. So to break it down, 5,400 is needed to purchase this unit. So you are getting it for almost free, okay, to get a two-bedder new room flexi. So what can we sell two-room flexi in today's market? Any one of you sold recently? Anywhere? Nearby Yishun?
No, not yet.
Okay, I've sold before. The price as of today is around 330K to 350K in the open market. You are buying for almost free, and next time when you sell, you will still stand to profit 300K plus. That will allow you to upgrade, right, to a second BTO, or you can upgrade to a resale 3-room, which is, we have what you just mentioned to me, right? There's a few 3-bedder, how much they are selling? 3-room HDB, the older one.
Yeah, correct. The older 3-room flat is selling at close to just slightly above 300, maybe 310 or 314 kind of thing.
Yeah, so in between 300 to 350K, there's actually quite a number of 3-bedder available, although they are older, but as long it can allow you to live up to the age of 95, I think that is sufficient enough, right? So come to affordability, 2-bedder. So now we talk about those newly grad, you just enter the workforce. Is it affordable in the resale market? Okay. Recently, I have deep dive into this topic as well. Okay, 30 years old, both of you are 30 years old, right? You guys just started working. Okay, you do not have any CPF. Okay, and your income is in the range of 2,500 to 3,000. So two of you earning around 5,500 to 3,000, 5,500 to 6,000 range. You are entitled to a first timer grant of 80,000. Subsequently, you are entitled to a stay near parent grant of 20K. You also will be entitled, because your salary is around 6,000, 5,500 to 6,000, you are entitled to another 50,000 CPF enhanced housing grant. This one will allow you to have the down payment, all right, for your house. Saying that, so what option do we have in today's resale market that is super high? Okay, you have 4 rooms available in where? Choa Chu Kang, Woodland, Bukit Panjang, Jurong at the price of 500K and below. So, example, your purchase price is 500K. You minus away the 150,000 grant that I mentioned earlier. Your loan is 350K. So how much is 350K? The monthly installment.
The monthly installment for 350K is around 1,722.
1,782. Is it expensive for you guys? So do you want to know a simple hack on how to even stay for free? Okay, simple. Just like me, I rent out my common room. You rent out one room in the market today, you can get $800 to $1,000. Okay, depend on the packs. So you practically can stay for free and still get back some passive income. Okay, this is an option. If you guys want to get rich, do understand how the rich get rich. All right, you must understand how they work. I am not the only example. I have multiple friends, many friends that they rent out their room, eventually allow them to pivot to a condo as well. All right, so this is called financial savvy. So is it affordable in today's market for the resale as well? You guys go and do your judgment. All right.
Okay, so coming to, so just now you mentioned about renting out in order to supplement the mortgage repayment. So I guess a lot of people over here is having a lot of concern because when you rent out, right, there will be new problem that you'll be facing as well. It is either finding tenant is difficult or managing tenant is difficult. So how will then, for laymen like them, right, how would they like to manage this kind of situation?
Alright, the difficulty part is you have not tried before. We all understand when we want to embark on a new venture or we want to try out something new, there is always a fear factor. But do understand, you are the landlord, alright? You get to talk to the tenant before you even engage them, alright? Or to even allow them to stay in your house. So these are all simple steps to just talk to them, have a casual chat, treat them like a friend. Alright, as long you guys are a good landlord, okay, the tenant, you are holding on to their deposit, which is even it's only like $800. It's a lot money even to our Malaysian counterpart, whereby you convert already, it's around 2005, 2006. Okay, it's big money to them. They will want to take back their deposit. There's nothing to fear as a landlord because you hold the money. Okay, the tenant is the one that is being fearful. I believe you guys have seen a recent TikTok, you know, tenant being taken away the money, you know, they make a big hoo-ha just to chase back their $1,000. Isn't that the case? So as a landlord, you guys are in an advantage situation. Of course, I know a lot of you guys, you say, oh, I want to stay myself. Well, that is your option. You can still afford to stay yourself. What I'm trying to bring a message across to teach you guys how to get into financial savvy situation whereby can allow you guys to retire early if you guys want. All right?
So I think that point actually quite makes sense because what we are doing over here is really to share more information and also to enhance the individual financial literacy, whereby being a landlord is also a skill and an art, and you need to start from somewhere. The moment you start already actually managing tenants, as you go by, it will just get easier and easier because it's just an experience gain over time. All correct. Okay.
Okay, okay, the reason for this very impromptu podcast is because I think we all know right now is the election fever, right? So we have been hearing all the noises about, you know, housing affordability, housing is not affordable, which, you know, I keep on flipping all the negative comment on the TikTok that housing is not affordable. And then I am very concerned, and then I'm also very curious why housing is unaffordable and what is the noises out there. So I deep dive and went to take a look at some of the manifesto by our opposition, all right? So again, we do not support any party, we are neutral, all right? We go on facts. So we just analyze two of the most popular opposition in Singapore. Okay, let's go for Worker Party first. All right. Just one liner in the Worker Party manifesto. I need to read this one. Oh. They say, all right, there is an irreconcilable conflict between asset appreciation and housing affordability. So they want to think of HDB flat as affordable home to live in, not for wealth accumulation vehicle. All right. So they have come up with suggestion, right, to let our housing to be reduced to 70 years balance lease to make it more affordable. So earlier illustration, I said already, a family, first timer, earning 1,500 and below, they are buying a unit for almost free and they will be entitled to a 99-year leasehold HDB. And they can resell in the open market for 330 to 350K in today's market. So back to the Worker Party manifesto. You say give me 70 years lease, but the thing is I'm getting the unit for free. So if I ask you Jose, so now based on this situation, if you are in this income group, do you want a 99-year lease unit for free or you want a 70 years old unit for free?
I want 99 years.
Why? But 70 is affordable. 70 is more affordable. What?
But if I can get a 99-year for free, then why want to settle for less?
Then James say?
Definitely for 99. In fact, if let's say 70 years, sooner or later we will also get impacted with many other regulations that is also intertwined. Like for example, 70 years, I stay for probably another 10 to 20 years, right? The lease is so much lesser, and then my natural buyer group will also be lesser because there is a requirement that it must fulfill the respective buyer up to 95 years. If not, the CPF and also the loan amount will also have some limitation and prorate. So it will limit me when I'm going to sell this time. So there's actually a lot of repercussion thereafter. Yeah.
So I would say that there is no affordability issue since you guys choose the 99 one, right? All right. Okay. So back to wealth accumulation. What does you guys think? Okay, Jose first.
Wealth accumulation.
That means HDB you cannot sell for profit.
I would think that at least government is giving us two chances. Everyone will have two chances. Whether you have the second chance is another thing, but at least you have a chance. Like myself, I managed to get my BTO in 2019. I bought at 470, 480, thereabouts. So I would say that.
So where are you staying?
Staying at Tengah right now.
Tengah, those of you like to know about Tengah, find Jose.
Yeah. So at 470, 480, I buy 5 years ago. So just now, before we even start, Patrick was asking me some question about BTO also. So just now, I also was checking through the February. In fact, I was checking through the February BTO prices. For 5-room flat, I'm staying in a 5-room. 5-room for Woodland, right, is selling at 486. 486. The Chencharu is 447. Then the other one is 453.
This one is a 5-room or 4-room?
5-room. 5-room.
No, we look at 4-room right? We upgrade slowly
No, because I want to talk apple to apple because I stay 5-room.
Okay, can.
So when we Sterling is 554, Tanjong Ru is 548. I bought at 480 So in fact for 5 years the increment, honestly, is it so much to come in a spot whereby you say that it becomes so unaffordable? Actually, no. You can see for yourself for the inflation.
No, because they scared. No, I cannot find a job. The money installment. So we need to deep dive into all these figures.
So talking about installment, right now I'm paying close to 1,200 per month.
So what kind of salary can pay this 1,200?
1,200 easily 6K. Family, I'm talking about family. 6K you can pay off 1,200 already. If let's say, because my loan, that time I was taking my loan at around close to 250,000. But then the thing is that before you start buying house, I was working already, so I got some CPF on hand to use.
Okay, a brief fact, Jose bought their house 5 years ago at the age of 35. So I think now this one is around the average age for people to go and buy a house. So even if your income is 6,000, you get additional 50,000 like I mentioned earlier. Wholesale is beyond that, that's why you did not get any grant.
Correct. I couldn't get grant.
Yeah, so you get additional 50,000 off. So again, back to the question. So the question will boil down to, can our fresh grad find a job? Okay, yesterday I did a check, interesting facts because my this sister-in-law son just went to do a part-time. Surprisingly, work at Sukiya, the per hour is like close to $15, okay? And I go and check Tory Q, their full-time employer in their website stated 2008 onwards. Looks okay. Then we are hearing that security guard is going to earn 3,000 plus, and some even more ridiculous one, dishwasher they are hiring for 4,000. Is it true? As a taxi driver before, all right, if I'm hardworking, I'm going to drive 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. I was earning 5,000 plus, all right, just for information. So even some Grab delivery driver, Grab driver, I think you guys have seen some of their TikTok. Some of them even claim they can earn up to 7,000. In honesty, I have heard this from my own taxi friend as well. So I think as long as you are hardworking, it is very possible, and the amount that we guys reflect to you, you can even afford a 5-room with ease, all right? So if you want to utilize the max grant, go for a 4-room, all right? So even if you are at the lowest income bracket, you can afford a house for almost free. The rest of the income group whereby you are in the 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 6,000, seriously, I do not see an issue in the BTO market. Even in the resale market, I have done an analysis. You also can still afford a very decent 4-room that can allow you to live up to the age of 95. So I think back to okay, let's do one more analysis. Wealth accumulation, is it important?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, do you know that I have sold off my first house? I mentioned it. I earned 200K cash. It helps me to start a new life whereby I can start a business. Because before I received this 200K, okay, in my bank account, I got $0. I was an ex-civil servant. Okay, I was a corporal in the police force. Okay, I only get promoted once to a sergeant. My starting salary is only 1,350. You tell me how to save money? Not possible one. I still got 2 kids. All right, every month is like in negative 31. Okay, by the time I started at the age of 18 year 2000, I resigned 10 years later, 2008, all right, 2010, sorry, yeah, 10 years later, my bank account is $0. All right, after I sell off my HDB, I get back 200K, I go and do business. Unfortunately, I lose, but at least they give me a chance. What if I'm successful? You see the difference. So if you do not give me this 200K, and this HDB, you make it affordable, whereby there's no affordability issue, then for people like me, no education, no high income, cannot save, then won't I be a slave forever? I'll be a wage slave and mortgage slave forever because, I'm just a tenant to this house only. I can't sell for a profit. There's no hope for Singaporean. Okay, that is my opinion, and I see a danger, all right? And I see the benefit of this current policy. Our HDB policy has helped all walks of life. We have served a lot of HDB owners, right? Okay, my own personal experience, I have served owner in the lowest income bracket. They bought this HDB, they cash out 200K to 300K to allow them to restart their life to go to middle income. Okay, why middle income? They can upgrade to a 3-bedder, and they still have a significant saving amount of money. Okay, it has also helped, those middle income to allow them to use this down payment as a stepping stone to buy an EC, because EC down payment is very high. And a majority of us, we do not have rich parents. We need this stepping stone to go and buy an EC or to upgrade to a condo. Without this wealth accumulation, asset appreciation, there's no hope for us even we are middle income.
Actually, I still remember I come across a HDB seller. So they actually bought the HDB as a first timer, and then now MOP ready to sell the house. Actually, the seller also did mention that a portion of the profit, right, he's actually going to use it for his business, and they are going to also apply for the second timer PTO as well. So actually, from there itself, it's true that the house has helped them to do even more, to plan for their finance, and then they still got second chance to go for second PTO.
Yeah, so So I think, I think end of the day, I have seen practically zero of my owners actually complain about this wealth accumulation, this asset appreciation. It has helped every single one of Singaporean to have a chance in life, okay, for us to bridge the gap with the rich. But based on the manifesto, I'm looking at it, you know, the rich and the poor gap will just be widened. And who can afford? Well, those MP out there earning 15,000, 20,000, they will be able to afford, including the Worker Party MP. They can afford the condo, but whereas for us, we will forever be worker because we don't have this stepping stone to be ahead, to get ahead in life. Okay. So in Homeseller, you know, why are we so likable to all the seller and buyer? Because we created a win-win-win-win situation. So what is the win-win-win-win situation? Our fee is 1,999. We help HDB owner to sell their HDB for a fixed fee, and they can save 10, 20, 30,000 in agent commission. In fact, one of my landlord owners saved 78,000 in agent commission. Okay, all these are very significant saving, especially in today's troubled time. All right, the tariff war is ongoing. All this can come in handy for your rainy days. So what is the win-win-win-win? Okay, win for who? For me, I win. Okay, I do not go down for the viewing. I give the saving back to my owner. Okay, I created a win for myself. I created a win for my owner. 2 win already. So what is the third win? The buyer also stand to win. All right, and then the buyer agent also win. And that is why our business model is so efficient and cost saving for all parties. Everybody get what they want. Okay, we still sell at a record price. Buyers still willing to pay at the record price because end of the day, they see the win. Okay, so in today's housing policy, all right, is it by luck that our current government came up with this kind of brilliant idea to make it affordable, and at the same time, they also allow us to have a chance in life, not 1 but 2 times, because you can buy a BTO 2 times as a first timer and second timer, or you can choose a new launch EC as well. All right, this is very important for us, for those lower income, middle income, for us to have a chance to bridge the rich and poor gap. Okay, so like I mentioned, analyze 2, right? Okay, one more is our very famous Dr. Chi. All right, they are from where? SDP or SDA? SDP. All right. So they have this NOM flat. All right. So they have suggested, all right, this NOM scheme, okay, non-open market scheme. That means you can only sell back your HDB to the HDB. You cannot sell in the open market. So they make it affordable. So again, they say 2 room 99 years. Okay, instead of what we just now mentioned, 108K, they say starting from 90K. So again, I ask you guys, you want to buy a 90K cheaper by 18,000, but you can only sell back to HDB, no profit, zero profit, because they mention the NOM flat may only be sold back to HDB at the purchase price less the consumed lease. Their lease cannot be transferred in the HDB resale market. That means practically you just reduce accordingly 90K divided by 99 years right? Or you want today option that you are buying at 108, 18,000 expensive, but actually is free, but you can sell in the open market. Which one you want?
I will want today as per now at least I still got a chance to earn my pot of gold.
Yeah, actually.
But 18,000 cheaper
It's 18,000 cheaper but you must remember when you sell that time, right? You are selling definitely less than the so-called 90K already because you have consumed just like car like that. Sometimes they say that when you buy a new car, then after 2 years you sell, you confirm lose more money kind of. But if let's say I still can buy a 99-year HDB, right, and after that sell it for a profit, don't want to say too much 200,000 or even 100,000 or after I sell, it's still 100,000. Simple as that
And for you, James?
I think the current policy still sounds more logical because I get to use the house, I get to stay there, and then I still have a chance of earning my first pot of gold, and it's really up to myself whether or not do I know how to handle the money that I have gained. But the second option is like I am renting, I am paying upfront for a very long lease. I'm paying very upfront, and yes, I still do get to use it, but I cannot get anything out of it. I think that's the very big difference. I mean, anyone who wear an investor cap, right? The whole idea is.
No, we talk about layman, don't talk about investor.
Okay,
because layman, they go to work, they don't know investor one. So we very layman, we tell them about layman thing one.
Okay, so I think it's at the end of the day, what is in it for me? It seems like the current policy still have more things that is in it for me for the run as compared to the second policy lah. Yeah.
Speaking of layman, okay, before I joined the real estate industry, right, I always hear people say that housing is an asset, car is a liability. Because car, after you sell, you don't earn money. So with this new so-called manifesto from Dr. Chi, right, it seems like this HDB will be in turn become like what I was listening and understanding of what the car was sold.
So car become a liability lah.
And also the HDB will become a liability in the end, because you are, after you sell, you are confirm getting back less. Then the next question I have is, if let's say next time you have this NOM, right, then the question will be why you want to sell already, because a lot of people today when we are serving sellers and buyers, right, sellers why they want to sell, basically mainly I would say there's two types. Number one is to upgrade. Number two is maybe they want to cash out. So with this new NOM coming in, right, firstly they want to upgrade.
Cannot.
They got no money.
Yeah.
You have to, you earn, like you do 3 to 4 jobs, or you save a lot of money. That's the only way. Number two, you want to cash out. How to cash out when you have this? So even you say that, hey, I got a saving of $18,000 if I go into this NOM, it's very short-sightedness. I can save, yes. Patrick, you ask me, hey, 18,000, you don't want me? I want 18,000. It's still money. But then with this short-sightedness, I cannot see my future already. That means if today I buy a 3-room flat, and if let's say I'm going to like be Patrick, I got 3 kids, 3-room flat, how to stay?
So that means the moment you are at this category, you are poor, you can only afford a 2-room, you will forever need to stay in this 2-room because there's no upgrading option for us.
Yeah,
so
correct.
if you are a middle income, you can afford a 3-room or 4-room. You will forever be staying in this category for the rest of your life. Because why? You cannot. There's no jumping board like as in the asset appreciation for us to jump. All our owners, HDB, they need this jumping board to progress to their next house. Because salary increment is not a lot. We all know it. In my police force, 1 year increment $65. So how to jump? I can't even save.
Actually, without the so-called capital appreciation to help us, right? In fact, as we age even older, as our loan tenure get lesser, the impact probably will also skyrocket lah. But this NOMS, right, is very similar to what the HDB already have. That is the 2-room flexi 45 years one, which is meant for the old folks because.
True.
Yeah, which is meant for the old folks. So it's actually already there, but it is only targeted to the older folks because they don't need such a long lease. So it's more of like a right price, right size for this category of people, which I think address very well for this group of people. But if for any of us who is still working, fighting very hard for our life, right? Without this springboard, as what Patrick has said, it's going to become even harder. Because renovation cost is already so high already.
When I see this manifesto, the first thing comes is, wow, I'm going to be a slave forever. Oh my God. Now we are a mortgage slave, but yet, despite being a mortgage slave, I got a chance to get out of this slave system with this asset appreciation. But with this one, I will be forever condemned to a slave. We even have a chance I will not be talking to you guys via this podcast or via my TikTok live if there is this NOM scheme. Why? Because I will not have this stepping stone for me to get out of this police force to go and start a business, to start whatever things I've started all this while. Because I can't save. Before you join the real estate industry, you are working as a full-time job. how much can you save every month?
To be honest, I can't save leh. To be honest,
You go and girlfriend.
The thing about, okay, so most people will probably go through the same thing as I have go through lah. Okay, as you work, right? Yes, I did save some, but the moment you know, I start to get married, right? Wedding and the wedding preparation and the new house renovation literally wipe off all my savings already.
Today you very stingy one.
Yeah,
How much can you save every month?
Actually, I can save a lot. Honestly, I can save a lot.
So how much?
I think when I was working back then, I can save up to 60%.
1 month.
1 month I can save 60%, which is around 3-4,000.
So high income earner, so can save 3-4,000. So 3-4,000 alright. So we say 3,000 So 1 year 36,000. How long will it take for you to save 200k? Today a lot of our majority of our HDB owner okay, 4-room HDB alright. Those that buy BTO one even in Yishun Woodland Jurong they are earning 200k to 300k cash they get back just for information. That's why I asked this question. So just based on 200k.
Maybe 6-7 years
6-7 years without any hiccup
Yeah.
Alright. So he is one of the fortunate one that can have this kind of saving. Alright. But majority of us I have checked with my civil service colleague back then hey, how much you guys are saving? Because I'm a bit worried I'm working but no, I have no money there. Then they say you guys can save 500 to 1,000 or not. You say you crazy got 300 very good already. True one alright. So civil service back then quite poor. Now I'm not too sure Now I know there's a lot of increment. So but I think today topic is whether is there a affordability issue Like I mentioned, Tory Q 2008. That means two of you working in Tory Q 2008 income, you guys can easily afford a 4-room HDB in the resale or even in the BTO market. Alright, BTO market you might even be able to afford a 5-room. Okay, this is a fact and this is a true cold hard facts. I understand a lot of first timer, right? You guys based on the past prices and today prices. Without going deep dive into all the figures and all the facts and what benefit you because you guys have not bought any house before. Same like me. When I first buy my mansionette, guess what? I have no knowledge how much can I loan and my income is only 1,000 plus. Okay. So my wife got pregnant first, so I need to go and find a house. So zero literacy in financial in HDB. So I said, if my income can borrow or not. So my friend recommended an agent to me. So she was very good. She do all the calculation. Hey, you can buy. Then I told her, okay, I want to buy a 3-room and 4-room because I thought I could only afford that. Because I don't know, my income so low. How can I afford a big one? So I was looking at Jurong area, you know, my mom place. We went to see a lot, but I cannot pay COV. So that is one of my very most important requirement. So the agent source out, we go and view 10 over unit, nothing suitable. Okay, until one final he say, hey, I have one mansionette. You want to go and see or not? I got shocked. Mansionette, you sure or not? I can afford or not? She say, I count for you, I can with the grant. I say, okay, I'll go and take a look. The moment we go and take a look, I see already love at first sight, me and my wife. The next question I asked my agent again, you confirm I can afford? I scared never buy before. She said, can. I count already. Then I said, okay just buy So eventually I buy the mansionette at the price of 263,000. Yeah, 263. Alright. Right now that place is costing maybe around 600,000-700,000 okay, because it's a 5A mansionette. So what I want to talk about is ignorant is not a crime it's not a mistake okay. You need someone experienced okay to give you the informed and correct information okay. What is going on in today's real estate market? Is it affordable? The answer is very affordable, and that is why I dare to make the statement. Today, housing market, despite all-time high, it is dirt cheap. Alright, because why? You still have the option to stay for free, even in the resale market. Not to mention the BTO market.
Okay, so Patrick, just now, okay, I think that I got one question to ask, and probably the audience will also be thinking. Because just now when we talk about all this manifesto, we are talking very pro-seller portion. If we sell, we're able to earn, rather than we stay, then with the lease, all these things. Then just now we also talk about BTO buying, which is affordable because with all the grants and BTO is more affordable in the first place already. But then the thing is that the chances of them getting that's another question whether they get a chance or not. Right now, how about if let's say buyers, because we talk about just now we're very pro seller, I can earn. That means buyers that are coming in, you are going to pay a premium. You're going to pay higher so that the seller.
No, I touched on it already. The buyer part, first time family, you buy a BTO, earning 1,500 and below, you can get almost for free. That is buyer.
But that is for the BTO portion. But what
The
about
resale.
buying the resale lah?
I also touch on 500K, you can buy a 4-room, right? Your combined income, Tory Q, 2,008 to 3,000, the two of you can buy for free, stay for free. Yes or no?
Actually, I have a question because I join Patrick live for quite regularly. Like every time in his live, usually I will get to see one. I also did a video post about the July BTO and sales of balance flat exercise, and through that video post, right, I also get to see a lot of common question by the audience itself lah. And the common question is that these BTO are meant for who? Because a lot of people try to apply, but they cannot get. Some like try multiple times lah, okay. But I've not got the chance to really talk to someone to understand the situation, okay. But do you guys have any thoughts about this or not? Why are people saying that they cannot get BTO?
Okay, I have friends, every single balloting, he already own one, so he want to try his luck only. So he did not get for 3-4 years. Why? He every time just want the prime area. Not even plus, he want the prime. Okay, that one he understand, cannot get no choice because he go for the luck. All right.
So I also have the same thoughts that a lot of people cannot get because they wanted those prime location. But why a lot of people don't want to try the outskirt location?
Because everybody, let's be honest, touch our heart, we want the cheap and the best, correct? But that is not possible. But for those of you who want to know whether the standard flat can earn us money, I already say it. Current our owner, even in Yishun, Jurong, Marsiling, their average profit after selling cash coming back 200 to 300K. Is it good for you guys or not? All right, it's a first pot of gold for you guys to go and start a business, restart your life, go and pay off all your debts, okay, which I have helped, okay. So many owners, one of my good friend, same thing, sold off, pay off the debt, still can fully pay a 3-room, restart his life at the age of close to 50, okay. True one, without this asset progression, his life dead, all right, no more. Because why? He was in the civil service, financial embarrassment, all right. I think in civil service, there is a lot of financial embarrassment cases. I think you guys know. Our income our loan cannot go more than 3 months of our salary. If not, you will be asked to leave the force, all right. And where are we in that kind of situation? I think it's not that we anyhow spend. Money is really very tight, all right. So, but I think today topic is I am very concerned about the ignorant and naive Singaporean. You guys, it's easy to pluck a figure from the past and then come to compare the present. But we have to look at it logically. Is it really expensive? All right. When I look at the price, yes, it is expensive. But when I deep dive into the monthly and what it can do for me, example, I retire my mom. All right, a lot of you guys say it's unaffordable. My mom is just a yakult promoter. Please go and find out yakult promoter earning how much. Okay, the lowest one can go few $100s. My mom started is like around 1,000. So take home few $100s only. Yakult promoter, true facts work for 30 years. This year, last year, just is the last year already for retirement. So when we started, we do not own any property. My mom was even a bankruptcy, so we have to go HDB rental. All right, before HDB rental, we still have to bargain with my relative. All right, so after bankruptcy, mom worked for a few years. She can afford a 3-room fully paid, and now she owns a jumbo, and then she can rent out her jumbo for retirement. Every month, the tenant give her 2,900 every month. Okay, a yakult promoter can do that. Single family, okay, taking care of 3 kids. I got an elder brother and younger sister. It's not easy, but yet it is doable. It's just a matter of whether you guys know or don't know. My mom don't know about the jumbo. I teach her one. She wanted to go to a 4-room. Okay, I have been telling you guys, you can own a 3-room, 4-room, 5-room, 1 million, 2 million property. As long as this property is not giving you cash flow, it is a liability. So now I convert a liability asset to a cash flow asset for my mom, and yet she still have a place to stay. So it's all about the knowledge, guys. Okay, you guys want to get rich. Okay, please do not be ignorant. Right? Do not listen to all the noise. What job you have, go and deep dive, go and do all the calculation, and go and check out the BTO and the resale market. Is it affordable or not affordable, all right? There's many options for us to get rich in life, get ahead in life. You guys must understand what is available and utilize okay, the current system to enrich you guys. Okay.
So your mother bought the jumbo, I mean without loan, or that was
Without loan.
Without loan,
Because she worked for the jumbo only bought few years back,
Oh, okay. Okay.
So she accumulated the wealth already, Understand? Saving everything along the years, The first one is fully paid because back then, although her income is low, but because of HDB policy, they helped my mom to get the grant and then to as a first timer, then plus the CPF, we can fully pay the first house. Just like now, the same situation, right? We bought, I remember we bought the HDB back then was like 90K or 100K lah. Alright, same like today one. Okay, the 2-bedder I give you. So it's a stepping stone, you see. It helps us in life to be a stepping stone. But without this, we will forever be staying in a 3-room because my mom can't have saving one, no saving one, in honesty. Yako promoter earning 1,000, take home few $100, how to save with 3 kids? You go and do the maths. Without this, we are poor. We are going to be poor forever. So, like I mentioned, guys, if you guys are complaining that you guys can't find a job, I don't think so, right? I think jobs are plenty. You guys are just being choosy in life. Okay, taxi driver, I'm a hawker before. All right, I worked as a Grab delivery before. I practically worked all sort of job before. All right, this is called survival instinct. So I think in Singapore, let's not have all those complaint mentality. If you guys do not know the affordability of housing, you can contact any one of us here. We can do some calculation for you to let you have a clear indication, all right, what you can afford. Okay, there is plenty of choices out there in the market. Okay.
Actually, what you say is quite true. Even for myself, I come from the lowest education stream. So I also didn't start out well, but it is really through constant improvement over time. That's how I still got a chance to get married, buy car, own a house. And my first house, so the current policy, I've also benefited from the current policy because I also buy first house from directly. So right now I'm also sitting on a positive cash flow and then really to see what is the next step for me.
I personally feel that a few questions come to me. Number one, how nowadays, because I have lost track in the job market, like how much is considered normal or what, but just now we were doing the calculation, 3,000 in today's job market, is it considered normal, low, or?
By right, it's considered low, But just now, I count a very ridiculous 1,500, all right? We are, the housing policy right now is helping even the poorest of the poorest to give them a chance to step up.
Yeah, because I was checking again. So you see, if let's say the couple is earning 3,000 each, it's 6,000 household income, with 130,000 worth of grant from HDB, because 80,000 plus 50,000 now. 130,000 worth, and you can borrow 300 over 1,000 in terms of loan. You can comfortably buy a $500,000 flat, which right now in the market there are actually quite a lot there.
In fact, one of my viewer, say his friend recently bought a 5-room for 530K in Woodland. Okay, a viewer in my life. But you guys can go and check out. There is one. All right, really there is. You guys cannot be choosy. Okay, I think in life we have to progress step by step. Okay, you believe, you change your mindset, and you understand what is really going on. I think life is full of opportunity in today's market. If you say, I see a lot of youngsters say, what in life now very difficult. I don't see a future. Everything's so expensive. Blah 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 blah. I think the mindset is very wrong. Back then how old are you?
I'm 41.
You?
Back then?
Now how old are you?
Now 44.
I'm 43. All right. So we are almost the same. Back then our era pager only, for goodness sake. Secondary school we only have pager. Okay, the next one Ericsson, Nokia handphone. You guys youngster know what is that or not? PlaySnake and the other one. Okay. Don't have. That means we don't have information readily available like today. Internet. The phone totally no internet one. And back then the internet is those what modem one the connection all very poor. So today you guys have access to readily information. All right. Practically it's information over flooded that cause you guys to be scared. Actually, you ask me based on my experience now. in today's era in Singapore, okay, you are very lucky, opportunity is aplenty. It's just a matter of whether you guys believe or don't believe or not. If back then we can survive with this kind of limited information, and you guys today possess all this kind of information and you do not know how to utilize it, in all honesty, it is very wasted.
I actually have come across quite a few cases whereby my friends' children are even before going to serve their NS, they are already a small business owner themselves already. They source for their own products and they really can sell online. So there is more opportunity. In fact, I think there is more opportunity for this new generation right now.
Than us, correct.
Yeah,
we struggle to go to where I am today, you know. I need to really go and do all the dirty job, you know. I was even a dishwasher before, you know, like I mentioned, taxi driver, dishwasher, hawker. I've done all the dirty job, right, to get to where I am today, all right. So, you know, what James said is true. I got one close friend, the kid's only 15 years old, already start to sell on Carousell bicycle parts. On a good month can earn 2,000 plus. So you tell me you guys cannot find a job and then afford a house? I don't think so. So the question is housing affordability an issue right now in today's market? The answer is no. Okay, it's really not an issue at all. Okay, so please understand what is going on. I don't want to be, you know, the Worker Party and the SDA policy, to be honest, they will make us to be a slave forever. Okay, there's no way out for us, even for the median income or the poor income. Okay, it is a short term. It looks like they solve a short term problem whereby there is no problem to begin with, but long term, our whole generation suffer. Because why? The rich will just get richer. We will just 平地踏步. We will just remain as where we are, without this asset progression.
I suddenly got a crazy idea. One day we should go out to the streets to do polling. Why do you think that housing is expensive? Actually, where do they get the comparison from? If let's say you're comparing to 5 years ago, I believe there are already $1 million flats coming out also already. So 5 years later, there are probably more, and because right now with social media, it is more easily available, this kind of news. Then you find that, wow, like $1 million equals to expensive, but then there are a lot of non-$1 million flats.
Singapore got around 1.1 to 1.2 million HDB, and the $1 million flat is just a very, very small percentage. But as we all understand, news media, when $1 million HDB, they will have a big hoo-ha in the market. But there's so many transactions there is
less than 1 million.
Less than 1 million.
Right. Media will not show $500,000 flats sold.
They will not even show you like what I tell you. Do you know a person earning 1,500, you know, even $100 every month, as long as you continue to work for 12 months, $100, you can get a 2-room for almost free. This is a fact, okay? This is a fact. So we want to educate and bring this message across to all Singaporeans. All right, if you are really very ignorant about HDB, okay, you can either approach the HDB or you can approach any one of us. All right, we are very honest, we are very transparent, we are here to help fellow Singaporeans.
Just now, James also talked about something about the salary lah. So bring back, I 16 years old, I also come out, start to work part-time. Coffee Bean, I remember.
Earlier than you, I'm 14 years old.
KFC. Last time 14 years old, KFC and McDonald's only.
$2.80, I can tell you, huh?
Yeah, mine is $4. So I remember my first job was 1,005. So I don't start out, because I'm only poly, I better than them, I poly. Also not uni grad, so I start out 1,005 also. So it's slowly work and pick up lor. Yeah, so while doing 1,005, I also got go and do some part time here and there. It's really how you want to ask yourselves why I started with this 1,005. I remember because my army mate back then told me this thing. I also that time a bit cynical. I also asked, say, wow, outside very difficult to find job. He shoot me he said that, hey, it's not don't have job. You want to do or not? You go and be rubbish collector lor. You want to do or not? You
rubbish collector, I think now earning quite decently.
I think so lah. Yeah.
5,000 if I'm not wrong.
Back then so yeah, I mean, there is a lot of job. It's whether you want to do or not. So that struck me. So when I found a 1,005 job, never mind, I work first because I know that I want to gain experience, build myself up slowly. I can earn more lah. So when I was last working in Changi Airport, I earning quite a decent income lah. But that was after years of progressing and know how to brand yourself. I think that's important. So right now, everyone's starting this. So just now I asked 3,000 is it considered low, mid, or high? Because I really don't know. Then Patrick, you mentioned it's low. So, but how many of you are willing to go and take a $3,000 job first, then slowly work up your way? So it's not like, wow, only today, job very difficult to find, or 3,000 is low for you. But if let's say I bring myself back then, 3,000 as a starting job is super a lot, confirm. But it's not that it doesn't work out that way, It's really from take a lower job. If there isn't, you couldn't find a job, then go and do some lower job first, that is giving at least you still got income. That is the important thing. And $3,000, like we shared just now already, 3,000 with the grant, you still can get $500,000 flat. So
even you got zero CPF, even you got zero CPF in your account, you can buy for free, stay for free in the resale market. BTO, I've showed it to you guys already. Okay. So practically, if BTO can help the lowest income to own a BTO for almost free, the rest of you easily can afford one. Alright, affordability is never an issue. It's just that you guys are ignorant, because it's so easy to plug a figure from the past. I don't need history lesson. My history fail one. History is super boring. Alright, it's so easy to plug a figure from the past and then come and compare to the future. But the past situation and today's situation is totally different. Alright, last time when I get my grant 30K, now the grant can go up to 210K. Do you see the difference? Alright, there is a very huge difference. Alright.
Also another point is that don't be too fixated. I mean, when it comes to choosing of BTO or sales of balance flat, keep wanting the prime location. Then of course the chances of getting one is definitely lower, which will then it will be a waste of time if you keep on doing the same old thing. If one thing doesn't work, then just be flexible, be mindful of your own thinking, thoughts, and decision, and try other estate. I think we have seen as we go on the ground, we have seen also many outskirts estate, be it Choa Chu Kang, Bukit Panjang, Woodlands, Sembawang, Yishun. All these estates are ever growing.
But I do encounter, I serve so many, right? Okay. I've encountered owners say, I did not apply those prime one, I still cannot get through one. So I think HDB, this one need to tweak a bit. It's nothing. It's it affect a small group of very unlucky buyers, first timer, whereby they just cannot get no matter you give me how many ballot number, I just cannot get a queue. So this one maybe HDB have to go and consider, go by queue system, right? Because we are hearing, second timer still can get a unit ahead of first timer. Okay, so example, queue system, how it works. Like Oriel EC, if you guys know the Tampines one, sold out. So how they work? When the first 30% second timer is being fulfilled, okay, the rest of the unit are given to the first timer. So on the first day, I think around 90% sold, so still got 10%, but they still don't release to second timer. They waited 1 month, okay, wait for any other first timer to come inside to go and buy, okay. After all the first timer come already, 1 month later they left 52 units. They let it to be balloted among the second timer, and that is why it was 100% sold eventually. So I think this same queue system, okay, can be duplicated to the BTO as well, right? So that to ensure that all first timer get unit ahead of first timer, ahead of second timer, all right?
But this policy can come in 4 years later.
Why then?
Let me try my second time first.
I also second time one. Cannot be so selfish. You earn already, all right? You earn already, all right?
Yeah, lost train of thought.
Okay, hey, guys. To be honest, I think Homeseller, you guys helped me to build me from a one-man show to now I have a team. So if you guys know of any first-timer family, low income, cannot get a house one, they just claim that they cannot afford a house, ask them to find me. I will make sure I'll personally help them for free to go and get a BTO. Alright, I will help them to appeal, to go and find out what is going on. But look here, first-timer family, okay? The whole thing is first-timer family. We want to help first-timer family to get a house. That is very important. Second-timer don't find me, alright? Single don't find me. First-timer family can. Because there is no affordability issue. Every Singaporean, as long as you are working, you have hand, you have leg, okay, even you are in the lowest income, at 1,500, you can afford a house in Singapore. You will have a chance in life.
Okay, so do we want to wrap up?
Yep.
Okay, so any last thing to add on?
Okay, maybe I share a bit why I chose Tengah back then. I remember, I cannot remember how many plots there were, but I recall there was Tampines and Tengah. So Tampines, as the whole world know, is super crowded already. So for me, when I want to choose, right, we go for Tengah, where everyone say, wow, it's so ulu, the bird don't lay egg, nothing, no transport, no MRT, why you want to choose there? Because to me, I felt that the chances are higher for me to get compared to Tampines.
And you actually get it?
Yeah, and I got it lor. So similarly, when I was looking, I haven't seen the data to know whether how was the so-called oversubscription for the February one. But I believe, I don't know whether I'm right or not, but I believe the Sterling and Tanjong Rhu one confirm is so much higher than the rest of them one, because everyone wants central. So if let's say you want to be hiama, you want to say that, hey, wow, I want central, all these things, you don't get it, you don't blame that, wow, no chance, all these things. Like what they say already, there are still chances out there, give you higher chances, not confirmed, but higher chances. Similarly for me, is a real life example. I served sellers before also. Recently I served one, they are staying at Segar Road. So they mentioned that they want to sell and move to Tampines. Normally don't happen that way one. You sell, you want to buy back around the area. But they want to move to Tampines. So my question is, because your parents staying there? They say, yeah, correct. So why, I asked them the next question, why if your parents staying there back then, you never buy there? He said, Segar Road, not many people want to take the BTO, so we chong in and take first.
So they take it as a stepping stone. So
correct.
eventually, 5 years later, go to their parent house, but they can only do that if there's an asset progression.
Yes,
they have this
correct.
profit.
Yeah, so for them, it's like they don't bother about where. BTO is BTO, take first lah. I don't care. 5 years later, we sell off, then we move to where we really wanted. That is when this current system, we have this 99 years, able to let them to exit at a profit. So yeah, basically that's
But
that.
Jose make the right decision. I say already, Tengah is going to be the gem of the West in the future. Confirm one. This one confirm one. All the data all points towards that. They will be either similar to Punggol or better than Punggol. Alright. So you guys can mark my word. So any finishing thoughts for James?
Those who has those first batch of the homeowner in Tengah confirm make the right decision. Eventually, when it turns with you, we will see a lot of amazing number in the estate itself. Definitely.
True. Agree.
Yeah. Okay. So we shall wrap up for today's podcast session.
Yeah.
So if you guys have any topic or any question that you...
No, the next one we will talk about, you guys want to know about condo upgrader, right? Middle income, HDB to condo, sell 1 buy 2, possible or not? Next one, you guys comment. You must comment. No comment, then we don't do waste my time.
Okay. So we will. So if we have garnered enough support, then we will probably talk about that topic itself, okay? So this is our first episode on Homeseller VFN, and do like and share, and also check out our Google review and follow us for more interesting content. And we shall see you in our next podcast session. Thank you very much.
Right, see you.
Bye bye.